Hey folks, welcome back once again to Harley Day Rider. On a gorgeous day here in southwestern Pennsylvania. I actually just had Mrs. HDR took me down to the Harley shop and we picked the bike up. We took it down last night and dropped it off. I didn't record that. But as many of you know, we're leaving for that trip next Saturday morning to South Dakota. And we are riding the motorcycles out. So I told Mrs. HDR, you know, that back tires, I mean, it had tread on it. Actually, they measured it and it was still 3.5, I don't know, it was 3.5. I don't know if it's not 3.5 inches, but the depth of the tread was 3.5. And the guy said, you know, look HDR, you don't have to change that until it gets to like 1.5 to 2, then you should change your tire. I said, yeah, but I'm going all this way, I might as well have a fresh tire on the back. The front is at 4, so the front is absolutely perfect. And like I said, the back was at 3.5, so. So I said, why not change it? He said, okay. I said, but you know what? Just for giggles, I said, I want to keep the tire that's on there. I want to keep it and take it home with me. I don't want to throw it away. Because I can still probably ride it locally. I could probably ride it a whole season and it'll be fine. Well, they called me this morning and I thought, okay, they're going to call and tell me the bike's done. I was having a tire put on and I was having this stuff put in my transmission. Now, this stuff is called Redline. Harley Davidson sells it. I didn't know anything about it until my really good my friend, well actually my brother, Ray. You guys have seen Ray on the videos before. He called me one night. He was so excited about this stuff. He said, "You got to get this Redline put in your, at least put it in your transmission. It's a heavy, thick transmission oil or transmission fluid. They also make a oil for your motor." He said, "You have to get it put in there." He said, "You're gonna really love it." So I had them put the Redline in there also. And then they called though this morning and they said, look HDR, your back brake pads, we got your tire off, your back brake pads are, you know, you probably have 1,000 miles left on them. I said, well, hell, we're going 3,500 miles. I said, and I'm going to have precious cargo on the back. But I'm going to have precious cargo on the back. I'm going to have my wife with me. We better change those. So I figured get the brakes changed. You know, if they got the wheel off, you might as well do it all at once. So, so I went down to pick it up, and the price is what it is. They said, hey HDR, we love working with you. And I said, well, why? What am I different than another customer? And they said, well, let me tell you. The difference is you don't argue about the price. And I said, you can't. It is what it is. I need the work done. They got the best labor rates going in this area. They are bar none the best labor rates you're going to find. And they gave me they're giving 20% off of tires all year long. So the guy told me I saved $61 on my tire. Hey, I'm not going to argue about a price. It's a motorcycle. I got to keep it safe. And I know in my last video I talked about the cost of riding a motorcycle. You could ride them, and you can ride them very cheaply. And I know, I've done it in the past. I had a Suzuki one time. Suzuki, I think it was a Suzuki 600 street bike. I didn't do anything to it. I mean, I put gas in and changed oil. I didn't put tires on it. I didn't do none of that stuff. So, you can ride a bike cheap. But I want to be safe. I'm going a long distance on this motorcycle. Taking Mrs. HDR, I want to make sure that we are safe and good to go. So yeah, I'm not going to argue about price. The Redline, he goes, boy, he said HDR, that Redline is, it was $19 a quart. It went up a couple of bucks. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. But hey, if my buddy Ray, my brother, tells me that this transmission fluid is the best thing going, it's going to quiet your transmission down, then buddy, I'm putting it in. You know, if it's going to make my bike last longer, why wouldn't I? He told me they told me at the shop it's good for 10,000 miles. that's crazy. Because usually every 5,000 miles, you have a service, and you know, you get all your oils changed, all your fluids, your filters changed. 10,000 miles? But you know what? For $19, I'll change it every 5. Why wouldn't you? I mean, again, it's your investment. These motorcycles are not cheap. You guys know. You guys have more expensive bikes than I have. You have the new 2017 bikes out there. You know, keep the very best in them. Very best oil, very best tranny fluid. And you know, put the high test gas in it. Don't piss around with that cheap gas. It's just going to cause you problems later. So anyway, like I said, they got the brakes on, they got the tire on. I did keep my tire, but he showed me the screw in it, and the screw didn't go all the way through. But wonder if me and Mrs. HDR was, I don't know, going up in the mountains of South Dakota and blew a tire, and we flipped over the hillside and both got killed because I didn't want to spend, you know, $250 for a tire. Nah. I might not be worth $250 in life, but Mrs. HDR, she's worth $250 million, okay? So we want to keep her safe as safe can be. That's my story. So I decided to take the long way home, and I've had you guys out this road a few times. The worst thing about a new tire is breaking them in. I asked him at the Harley shop, I said, hey, are you going to break my tire in? Will you go like 50 miles or so and, you know, etch it in a little bit, or whatever they call it, etch it in, scratch it in, rub it in? He goes, no. He says, we ride at 11 miles. I said, what the hell, 11 miles? So I'll be doing some ride this next week, I guess. I'm going to have to get it out, you know, at least get 100 miles on his tire, get it broke in, and next Saturday morning, buddy, we're off. This is in response to Mike Killy's 7's latest video. Thanks for mentioning me in there, everybody. Said he wanted to meet HDR there in Pennsylvania, and I truly do want to meet up, and we will one day. You know, I want to meet the legends of motovlogging. You know, being that's where I started watching Mike Killy's 7 and Triple X Deadhead and Sean Smoke. You know, you want to watch the legends, and that's kind of, I look at Mike Killy's 7 as being the legend of the East Coast. Now that's a pretty bold statement. You know, Sean Smoke and Triple X Deadhead are the legends of the West Coast, but Mike has the East Coast, and I do want to meet you, buddy. It's just, I don't know if we'll be back in town by then. We're planning on being back for this trip. We should be arriving back at our homes on the 19th is what I'm looking at, so we're going to be gone for a while. Now we do, I mean, if you visit our homes, there is people staying in our homes, and we do have the German Shepherds inside, so they are, you know, trained to attack police dogs. So if you want to check them out, by all means, you can stop by and visit the dogs. Not you, Mike. I mean, if any would-be burglar out there was thinking something, stop by and visit the dog. All right, everybody, it's about all I have for you. I'm going to wrap it up here now that I'm behind this Lopo gas car. I don't know what he's looking for. Running over dead things. And taking his time here. I think it's a woman driving. Maybe they're going to stop at the bar. Stop at the bar. Go to the bar. Ah. Alright, well, I'm going to get out of here. And I'll talk to you on the next video. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel here. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you did not click the like button yet, click that little thumbs up. That gets us pushed higher up in the ratings. That's always important. And remember, ride your own ride when you're out there. You know, don't go faster than you need to go. Bends are forgiving with cars. Bends are not forgiving with bikes. If you hit a bend doing 150 mile an hour and you're not ready for it, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Maybe they're house shopping or something. Huh, I don't know. I don't know. All right, folks, have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Harley Day Riders will be down and out in southwestern Pennsylvania. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye for now.